Edge at 11 starts now.
Well, tonight on The Edge, a feel-good story turns real ugly after a Detroit man is gifted $100,000 from a famous YouTuber.
The Detroit man claimed that he was kidnapped and nearly killed. It's a story Fox News' Jessica Dupnack has been following it and joins us now live with an update. Jessica, take us through this because there are some layers.
Yeah, for the last week or so, we've been working to connect these stories. The first one, as you mentioned, surrounds a guy named Curtis Dixon, a 60-year-old from here in Detroit. He did a good deed. A famous YouTuber gave him $100,000. Then about a week and a half later, another story you saw on Fox 2. He is connected to that. Curtis, allegedly the victim of a pretty unbelievable crime spree.
My life just changed overnight.
1 minute, 60-year-old Curtis Dixon was receiving $100,000 for a good deed.
We need more people like Curtis in this world.
A week and a half later, last Monday, witnesses say Dixon was hogtied in his burned-out SUV on Detroit's east side.
I woke up, I'm like, what's going on?
He survived. Sources say there are some inconsistencies in Dixon's story, but he claims he met someone in the area of Mount Elliott in Nevada. From there, he was kidnapped, driven to ATMs to pull out money, then beaten, tied up, and his car set ablaze. Several days into this investigation, the feds picked up the case from Detroit police. The ATF now investigating this as a possible arson, kidnapping, and extortion.
And hopefully they catch whoever did it to him, because we don't want that in our neighborhood.
Last month, Dixon was gifted $100,000 from MD Motivator. He's a famous YouTuber who rewards good deeds with dollars. MD Motivator posing as a blind man in need in this viral video.
I'll have a couple bucks when I come out here. I'm going to find my wedding ring, man, but I just shut up yesterday, man, but I'll have a couple bucks.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll give you a couple bucks.
Thank you, man. Bless you.
Dixon offering what little money he had to help.
Even in my neighborhood, people know me now. People that didn't know me now.
And that could be part of the problem. More money, more problems, as they say. Now, I want to know what MD Motivator has to say about all this. He has millions and millions of followers, 7 million on Instagram alone. We did reach out and did not hear back in time for this story. So as we said, the ATF, the feds, now taking over this investigation. I'm told by the end of the week, we should hear more from them. We'll continue to follow this one. Reporting live in Detroit, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
And as I follow this story, it seems that the missing pieces here that those feds will have to piece together is exactly what happened relative to those inconsistencies in the story. Any more you can tell me about that?
Well, we do know there's some video that police were able to use that placed at least Curtis, or what appeared to be Curtis, at some of these ATMs, possibly against his will. And if you remember, too, there were witnesses that say he was tied up in this SUV and that they rescued him. So there are some parts of this story that are definitely true. It's just a matter of placing it all together. Sometimes, though, these unbelievable stories, they end up panning out. So we will see.
Of course, they often do, and we'll be watching this one really closely. I know you have your eyes on it. Jessica Dupnack for us live tonight. Thank you.
A 30-year-old woman is dead in an alleged domestic violence assault in Canton. This afternoon, officers responded to a call of a woman not breathing at a home on Pinehurst Drive. When officers arrived, they found the victim was dead. Police say they have a suspect in custody, but their investigation continues.
Well, an Ohio man is locked up on a $2 million bond tonight after a deadly shooting in a hotel parking lot.
And the gunfire erupted last weekend, leaving one person dead, another seriously wounded. Fox News' Dave Spencer is live with the latest on the suspect, the victims, and where the investigation goes from here. Dave.
Yeah, this is a wild one as well. According to the Oakland County Sheriff, all this went down here at the Fairfield Inn parking lot. That's the hotel that's right beside me, the corner of Rochester and South Boulevard. We're told that at least three men, came up from the Cincinnati, Ohio area to meet a man from Metro Detroit. Now, according to the sheriff, this was supposed to be a drug deal, but he thinks that the people from Ohio intended to rob the guy from Metro Detroit right from the get-go. Both parties were armed. Both parties ended up in a shootout, and the sheriff says that's just the start of this whole chaotic scene. The end result here, a 21-year-old from Cincinnati, his name Calvin Jones Jr., arrested and charged with intent to murder and various other weapons charges. Now, he's being held on a $2 million bond. According to the sheriff, two other people that were with Jones, one was shot, or both were shot rather. One died. The other tried to drive away after being shot and ended up crashing into an innocent bystander's car near Rochester Road and South. Jones then allegedly tried to shed clothing and run away from the scene. He was eventually captured after some good work by the deputies. The sheriff says all of this put a lot of innocent lives in danger. As for the person from Metro Detroit, he too was wounded in the shootout, and when I asked if he was cooperating, I was told by the sheriff that he's hired a lawyer. The sheriff says they've identified all but 2 of the people involved, believing they may have fled back south to Ohio. He offers some advice if you ever encounter a crime in progress yourself.
It's always good to be situationally aware, to see things, to notice things, if you can, without putting yourself at risk. Snap a picture, but don't have your camera out at your personal safety risk. If the moment calls for you to run or hide or take cover or do something, do that first rather than trying to document something.
And again, to wrap up, 1 person was arrested and charged. Police believe that at least 1, maybe 2, fled to south to Ohio. They're still looking for those people. As for what happened here, thankfully no other people were injured in that car crash that happened involving the innocent bystander and the shootout that happened in this very public parking lot. Reporting live in Rochester Hills, Dave Spencer on The Edge tonight.
Yeah, it sounds like they might be leaning against the guy that's in custody right now to try to give up some of the others that may be involved. And, whoever speaks first, we know how that goes sometimes.
Yeah, and the sheriff says that this isn't his first time conducting these sort of transactions here, at least in the Metro Detroit area, pointing to a criminal record that may be in Ohio. He didn't get into any specifics on that, but yes, obviously they want to make sure that this doesn't happen here or anywhere for that matter.
Right. Well, we'll let the investigators do their work. Thank you so much, Dave.
Command from Trooper 6. Definitely got her. We're just trying to work out getting the camera on her real good and then locking in a spot for you guys to get out here.
A YouTube challenge goes very wrong for a woman in northern Michigan. The 36-year-old went missing from California, but showed up in a wooded area near Gaylord. She was a contestant in a YouTube survival challenge, got lost Friday night and wasn't reported missing until Saturday morning. Michigan State Police sent canines into the woods. Trooper 6, their chopper, spotted her a little before 11 a.m. Officers were able to walk her out safely.
A Wayne County mother left terrified and confused after her daughter with special needs went missing from her first grade classroom.
And she tells us this isn't the first time it's happened. Let's get live to Fox News' Dave Kitchen. He's in Plymouth with this story. Dave.
Yeah, it was a friend of the mother who contacted us because the entire family says they're just fed up after this happened for the 3rd time. Now, we're talking about the mother here, who is Crystal Clark of Van Buren Township. Now, what she tells us is that the staff here at Bentley Elementary School in Canton lost her daughter for a 3rd time today. She says she got a call from the administration asking if her daughter Audrina had her tracker on. The mother said, yes, it's on her coat. Turns out, she says, someone at the school never put Audrina's coat on her, and as a result, they could not find her. Her mother says she drove to the school in absolute panic, only to find out a short time later she was found safe and sound in the nearby woods. Crystal Clark, the mother, says this happened twice last year. She's demanding change now.
Please just put a fence in around that school. There are many children in that school that are nonverbal, that can't talk. I understand, like, my child is a runner, and that is, they're aware of this, so there's really no excuse that I should be here talking to you. Just please protect my child while she's at school.
Well, the Plymouth Canton School District responded with a statement that says, as always, the safety and well-being of our students and staff remain the top priority at Plymouth Canton Community Schools. During recess today, as students were being called back inside, one student ran toward a wooded area on school property. The Canton Township Police Department was contacted as a precaution, and staff located and safely brought the student back. At no point did the student leave the school grounds. The district will continue working closely with school staff to review and strengthen playground procedures and protocols to ensure the highest level of safety for our students. And coming back live, you can get an idea. That is the tree line right there, the wooded area kind of just past the parking lot. There's another location just like that on the other side. So there is fencing in the immediate back of the school, but not so much on some of the sides. And that's something that this parent and some others would like to see changed. We'll keep you updated on all of this as it moves on down the road. For now, we're live in Canton. Dave Kinchin on The Edge.
Yeah, everyone's Monday morning quarterbacking it, but for good reason tonight. I guess the question I have is, obviously the coat was not on her. Is there a better place to put the tracker? Is there maybe a bracelet or another place they could do that? And are they thinking about that?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Something the family is likely looking at down the road in all of this. But I think especially it really takes, as they say, it takes a village. They're really hoping the school can do something as well, whether it's more paraprofessional people on site or something during recess hours when kids are outside.
Well, we're glad that little girl is okay tonight. And we, of course, hope we never have to report on this again. Dave Kinchin for us live tonight. Thank you.
Well, that was a little cool start to our work week, but boy, things started getting warm by later today.
Yeah, it felt good, all that sunlight today. Weather Authority Rich Luderman is here now with a look at our forecast. Even with a hint of fall, it was beautiful out there.
We're on a great stretch. That's the bottom line. We have this great stretch of weather right into the weekend. Compliments of high pressure parked over the region. Now, there are clusters of storms up over Lake Superior, but that's a long way from us, and they're not coming our way. We're going to stay high and dry tonight and again tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, and yes, warmer temperatures are coming our way. 70 degrees the daytime high today. Numbers in the upper 60s off to our north. There it is at Metro Airport, 70. And yes, it was cool this morning. Some of us were in the upper 30s to start the day. Right now, a lot of us in that 50, 55 degree range. A couple of cool spots. There's Ann Arbor, 46. There's Port Huron at 46. Lapeer, 48 degrees. Not much of a breeze out there. 61 Chicago. Sault Ste. Marie, 49 degrees. There's 58 in Columbus, 59 to our east in Toronto. High pressure keeps us dry and a slow warm-up as well in the forecast. There will be a couple of weak systems off to our west. That is why we'll see more in the way of cloudiness on Wednesday. For the rest of tonight, clear, cool, and dry down to 50 degrees. Tomorrow's a nice-looking Tuesday. Today we hit 70. Tomorrow we get 75. And then look at that. Chances for 80 degrees Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There could be a spotty shower Sunday to end the weekend. Taryn, how about a full check at 4 a.m.?
A long-awaited day for beer lovers in Michigan. Yangling beer is now available in stores. The popular Pennsylvania-based beer arrived on tap at Michigan restaurants and bars for the first time last month. The Golden Goodness was set to hit shelves next week, but arrived early. You can find it around Detroit, Ann Arbor, and East Lansing.
No one complains about an early arrival.